Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I actually came up with this idea after I created a piece of content for my after party, and I ended up having a bin of makeup because I may or may not have done a little portion on organizing and decluttering, and so I chose to declutter my makeup collection. And I had a bin that I put products in for products that I just haven't even tried yet. I had so many things, you guys would not believe how many things I had stuffed in my drawers that I have just never tried. So I pulled together as much of a full face as possible, and we're gonna be going through these products and I'm finally gonna be able to try them. So that's kind of what we're gonna be doing today. I just wanted to really quickly say thank you again for all of your amazing love and support around the after party that I announced the other day. If you guys aren't familiar, I will link the video and my website down below. And I kind of wanted to explain it a little bit more here because in the launch video, I will be honest, I feel like I could have totally explained it better then. And this is the first time I've done anything like this, you guys. This is the first time that I've done a lot of things when it comes to the after party. This is kind of like a new trail that I'm blazing. I have no references, so there's been some hiccups along the way and I appreciate your patience and your support, but we did update a lot of the website, so hopefully it makes a little bit more sense for you guys. And in the launch video, I didn't call it a e-magazine just because I didn't want you guys to think that it was going to be super like fancy and like a team of people. It's still going to be super personal from me, but it really is like an e-magazine. So it seems like a lot of you guys are resonating with that title, and so I think that's what I'm going to call it. When you see it, you will see what I mean. It's very much like a magazine, but it's just all by me. So I'm so excited for you guys to see the first edition. Again, if you guys want to sign up, make sure you do so before May 31st because I'm going to be sending it out on June 1st. That'll be the very first edition, and I'm so excited for you guys to see it. I've been working really, really hard on it, and I just am excited. And so yes, let's get into this tutorial. This is the most nerve-wracking product I think I've ever laid eyes on. The Flower Beauty Brow Vixen Tattoo Effect Stain. I seriously have been procrastinating trying this out because it is supposed to stain your brows. And I'm just so paranoid that it's gonna be the wrong color and I'm gonna be stuck with these crazy looking brows for a long time. So I have two shades. I'm gonna quickly swatch them on my hands just in case to kind of choose which one I want. I have Soft Brown and Taupe. So let's see which one we kind of want to go with. Both very, very similar. Let's try Taupe first. I'm just gonna take a spoolie from another brow pencil I've got, brush through the brows. I'm gonna start with Taupe because it's a lighter shade and it just seems a little more foolproof. So let's see if we can get this to work. I'm sure it will work, but okay, I'm just gonna start on the outside of the brows because that is usually the area that I like to be a little bit more dark anyway. Just gonna start doing little strokes. I'm nervous. Okay. I'm gonna have my spoolie here just in case. Not sure if it's gonna do anything at all, but I'm just gonna try it. Okay, let's try to add some hair-like strokes in the inner portion. Okay, this is looking pretty good. I mean, it's definitely filling in the brows. I'm just nervous to really go heavy with the pencil because I feel like it might look super drawn on. But maybe since this shade is really light, maybe it won't. Okay, you guys, what do you think? Not bad. I feel like because it's a light enough color, you're able to see my real brow hairs laying on top. And so it kind of just creates like a shadow. I meant to do this, but I use all my fingers. It creates kind of like a shadow underneath, which I think kind of looks more natural actually. So let's go ahead and fill in the other brow. Hopefully I can get this one to match up pretty good with the other one because we are technically tattooing on the brows, and I will be right back after I do this. I want to make sure that I get it as good as possible. All right, so I just filled in the other brow. What do you guys think? I honestly think that it looks pretty good. I am definitely not as scared now that I have it on my brows, but if this works, because this shade actually worked really nicely. The shade was Taupe, just in case you're wondering. If this works, this would be so great to wear to the pool or beach this summer, don't you think? Because if it stains my brows, if you have brows like mine, because literally without filling in my brows, I feel so incomplete. So if this would last, I wonder if it's waterproof. I need to do more research on it or see how long it's supposed to last. But very impressed actually. Glad I tried it finally. So now don't be scared. Just make sure you swatch the shade on your hand maybe before you purchase it and make sure that it's a shade that's gonna work for you. But this shade seemed to be really, really nice. Let's move on to, actually, We should do the eyes first. I have never tried the Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion. This is just the original one. I know they have a few shades, but this is like a classic, isn't it? Do you guys have this? Have you tried it before? Let me know if you have. I'm gonna go ahead and prime the eyelids. I usually put concealer on, but this kind of has like a color to it. I don't know if it like blends out sheer or what, but we will find out, I guess. Whoa, okay. It's very like silicone based feeling. A little more like slick than what I was expecting. I was expecting a little more of a tacky formula, but this should work, I guess. Okay. Maybe it will kind of dry down a little bit more tacky. Yeah, it definitely feels like it's drying down tackier, which is good to adhere the eyeshadows to. It's supposed to have a 24-hour wear, a more vibrant color, and no creasing. That sounds fantastic. Oh my gosh, before I go any further, I meant to try out this lip balm from Physicians Formula. It's their lip treatment, the Organic Wear lip treatment. I don't know, never tried it. Let's see what this is all about. Okay, here's the packaging. And I'm dying to know, and I actually have some right here, I'm dying to know how similar this is to, oh my gosh. Guys, this is the ever so famous Fresh Sugar Rose Tinted Lip Balm compared to the Physicians Formula one. The packaging is identical. Are they made in the same facility? Is this a dupe? Let's try it. Guys, this packaging is literally the same. Look. Physicians Formula, fresh. Physicians Formula, fresh. Oh my gosh. Crazy. The metal also feels exactly the same, you guys. This one was made in France. This one is made, doesn't tell me where it's made. Does it say on here? Made in USA. Okay, let's give this a whirl. It actually feels really, really nice on the lips. I love a good lip balm, so I will definitely be continuing to wear this. Cannot believe, though, the packaging is identical to the Fresh tinted lip balms. It would be amazing if Physicians Formula came out with like tinted lip balms just like that, so we could have kind of a fresh dupe, since those can get pricey. Oh wow, okay, the primer actually dried down pretty well. I normally, like you guys know, I normally put like concealer on top. I actually might just leave it like this just to see how everything blends out just on its own, as that could be a terrible idea. I'm not really sure. I've had this for so long. I have swatched some of these shades and I have never put them on my eyes. I've had this for so long, you guys. This is the Solar Flare palette from BH Cosmetics. If I have put them on my eyes, I honestly cannot remember. Look how cool this is though. Like, I have to create a look with this, you guys. I'm so excited. Maybe I will start off with this lighter shade kind of on the lid. I don't know, that's risky. Okay. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna take this bronzer. I'm actually gonna try out this bronzer as a bronzer later. It's from Makeup Geek. It's called Sunkissed. I have swatched this, have not put it on my face yet. Let's put this on the eyes. You guys know how I like to kind of mix and match products, use them in different ways. So I'm just gonna take that on a big fluffy eyeshadow brush, and let's kind of use this as our transition shade. Just moving back and forth in windshield wiper motions, starting out in the crease with most of the product, then once the brush has less product on it, I'm kind of moving that up toward the brow bone. All right, that gave a little bit of definition. That's probably good enough. So let's finally use the Solar Flare palette. I'm gonna go ahead and use maybe a kind of rounded brush. I'm thinking bronze eye. I've been so into just like bronzy golden eyes. I know that's nothing new or exciting, but just thought I'd share. So let's go into this first shade right here called Beam. I don't know, we'll see what happens. Oh, there's like a protective thing on the mirror. There we go. I'm gonna go ahead and take Beam. Now these eyeshadows are baked. Wow, that looks nice. What I'm thinking is they could look really nice, you know, just with the brush, but I bet if you wet the brush, these would just be unreal. That's kind of what I'm thinking. I'm actually just going to kind of dust this on the brow bone as well. Get a little highlighted, is that a word? The base on the eyelid. Okay, let's try Anti-Gravity, which is this gorgeous bronze shade. I'm gonna use my finger for this because, I mean, hello, look at the swatch. So excited to try this. I'm just gonna go ahead and layer that on the eyelid. Oh my gosh. Why have I not used this yet? Are you serious? Since this is a pretty deep bronze shade, I like to keep most of the product really close to the lash line, and then we will blend the rest up and out with a brush in a second, as in right now. Just gonna kind of move that back and forth, see if I can blend it out. I might take a little on the brush, and then I'm just gonna keep adding layers. Guys, it's looking pretty foiled honestly, like without wetting the brush. Let me put the same shade on the other eye and kind of get caught up, and then I really want to try wetting my brush and seeing what that looks like, because I mean, seriously, with just my finger, these look so foiled. Okay, so now that both eyes have about the same amount of product in it, I'm just gonna load the brush with some of that same anti-gravity bronze shade. Let's spray the brush. Ooh, I've always wanted to do this. I'm actually gonna try this later. But for now, let's spray the brush with a little bit of Fix Plus, because everybody does that and I've never had a chance. We'll see how this goes. It's like literal metallic paint. Do you see this, people? Whoa, it's foil. Oh my gosh. Holy moly, that's like so foiled it almost is too foiled. It like makes my eyes look crinkly. I'm just gonna take that brush we initially started with and kind of blend out, whoa, went through the brows. Blend out the crease a little more and anywhere that I feel like it needs blending. I mean, you guys, that's amazing. Plus, like all the colors in here, are you serious? Should I put another color on? Yeah, I'm gonna go and take Ozone right here and pop this on the center of the eye. Ooh. Ooh, for some extra foil. For eyeliner, I actually have another thing from Flower Beauty. This is their Vinylized Glossy Gel Eyeliner in the shade Bronzed Out. So this is gonna go with our bronzy theme. Let's give this a whirl. I'm just gonna line the top lash line. I'm not doing a wing or anything, but I am lining from inner corner to outer corner. All right, let's clean up the fallout. There was a little bit of fallout, but overall that palette seems really, really pretty. I definitely think that it's something that you might have to pair with another eyeshadow palette, just because I kind of wish I had some sort of other transition shade. So I feel like the Solar Flare palette would be great to add on to like a basics palette, since there are so many like metallic shades to choose from. That would be really awesome. Kind of just cleaning up the edges here. Now let's move into complexion. I know I've swatched this. I don't know if I've ever put it on my face. Regardless, I don't know what my opinion is on it, so let's give it a shot. This is the Revlon Color Charged Liquid Illuminator in the shade Halo. It's supposed to be like a highlight, but I'm kind of going to use it as a primer. Wow. Let's see how this goes. I'm gonna, whoa, okay. Okay. Might have been a bad idea. Okay, I'm gonna just go ahead and put this all over my face and I look like a tin man. But you know what? It's okay because the foundation we're using is a matte foundation, so it's probably gonna cover up a lot of this actually. Why don't we just highlight this planet that we have on my forehead right now? All right, for foundation, I'm gonna finally be testing out the Tarte Shape Tape Matte Foundation. You guys probably saw when they launched this, the absolute chaos that erupted on the YouTube platform and all over social media because the shade range was just unacceptable. Honestly, it really, really was. I was so shocked to see how limited the shade range was, and I ended up picking it up before I even saw that photo. Didn't really see too much on it, and then I started seeing people post about it and I was like, ooh. Was not the best move for Tarte at all. I don't know why they did what they did. However, I still want to give this a go and see what I even think about it because it's been sitting in my drawers for several months now. So this is the shade Fair Light Neutral. It's a glass bottle. There was so much hype around this because of Shape Tape Concealer. It kind of has the same kind of applicator. Let's see how this goes. I'm not the most massive fan of these types of applicators, to be honest, because like how do you get the rest of the product out? But I guess they're fun for drawing on your face. I'm not sure how much I'm gonna need, so let's start with that first. I'm gonna take a foundation brush first and just kind of smooth this all over the skin. Okay, coverage is pretty good so far. I am needing a little bit more though. I might try to use concealer on most of these blemishes. I've got a lot of blemishes today. Gotta love it. So we've just gotta work with them, you know? Just gonna keep layering a little bit more foundation over my redness and problem areas. So there is the foundation blended out. Let's have a look. It's not the most amazing thing I've put on my skin, I will be honest. It's not the most full coverage thing I've ever put on my skin. I do have a lot of blemishes though today. But it definitely like covered the redness really, really well. So I did like that. I will have to see how this wears sometime. I won't be able to do a wear test on it today, but I will definitely have to see how it holds up. So that's that. Again, I do not agree with how they launched. They should have definitely waited until they could have a better shade range than they did. It was honestly unacceptable, and I feel like any makeup brand nowadays really needs to have an inclusive shade range. Like, it's happening way too much, and I think it's absolutely ridiculous. Moving on though, I'm gonna actually use the Ulta Beauty Full Coverage Concealer. This is not a new product, and I say that because it is kind of new to me, but it is not one of the products that I haven't tried. So this is something I've already used. And I just went ahead and put some of the shade Light Neutral over blemishes to hopefully further cover those up. As you can see though, they're pretty raised on the skin, so I'm not going to be able to really cover them up right now, but I'm going to do my best. Just going to kind of stipple the product around the blemish, and then I'm going to mix the two shades Light Neutral and Fair Neutral under the eyes, just because I do want this look to be a little more glamorous, and so that means a little more highlighting and contouring. Let's try that under the eyes. I'm just going to actually blend that out with my Aesthetica Beauty Sponge. Such a good full coverage concealer, you guys. Like, literally, dark circles are gone. Love it. I'm going to kind of highlight down the center of the face. I honestly wish that they would make a shade in between these two because that's what I need. This one's too dark and this one's a tad bit too light, so a mixture would be amazing. Ulta, if you're watching, please make a shade in between those two. I would absolutely love you. I'm gonna go ahead and pat that out, trying to avoid this blemish here. Cupid's bow, center of the nose, and up on the forehead. All right, so I think the complexion is looking as good as it can at this point. I have a translucent powder that I honestly do not remember the last time I put this on my face, and I need to give it another go so I can kind of remember my opinion on it and decide whether I want to keep it or toss it. This is from Aesthetica. It's just their translucent powder. Look how massive it is though. You can find this on Amazon. Let's give this a go. I know I've tried this before, but I cannot remember for the life of me how it performed or anything. So I'm just gonna get some product in the lid. The coloring is very similar to the Laura Mercier translucent powder. So I'm just gonna take some of that on a brush and let's pat it underneath the eyes to kind of set the concealer really quick. Whoa, it's kind of dusty. I'm also going to use that all over the rest of the face. Whoa, it looks a little luminous, doesn't it? Yeah, do you guys see that luminosity that got added to my skin? That was the powder. You see that? It's kind of pretty. I will be honest, it's feeling really tight underneath the eyes. Could just be the fact that that concealer is waterproof and then the powder on top of it might have just made it really dry. Hopefully once we set the face, that will kind of go away, but that was really pretty. Feels really smooth. If you guys like a luminous looking setting powder, this might be a good option. I mean, it left a really beautiful finish on my skin. Let's go back to the eyes. I'm gonna go into my Solar Flare palette and we're gonna go just straight into the Anti-Gravity shade, which is that bronze shade that we have all over the top lid. And I'm just going to dust this on the lower lash line. Wow, it's beautiful on the lower lash line. Are you serious? I'm just kind of buffing it out a little bit low on that lower lash line and blending it with the existing shadows on the top lid. Then I'm going to take a smaller brush and go into that Ozone shade that we used in the center of the top lid. And I'm going to kind of stamp that on the center of the lower lid. These shades are really similar in tone, so it's not going to do anything super dramatic, but it's just going to kind of create a really soft halo eye, which I love the effect of. I love it. For mascara, I'm going to use the Revlon Volumizing mascara. This is newer to Revlon. It has a really nice wand to it. I love mascara wands like this because usually that means a lot of volume. So let's see if that is the case. I'm going to go ahead and apply maybe 2 coats of mascara to the top lashes. So I only put it on the top lashes because I will be using another mascara in a second, but I actually really liked how it made my lashes look. It definitely gave them volume, nice curl, nice separation. Don't really have anything bad to say about that mascara. It made one of my lashes a little clumpy right there. But that's like the problem area that I always have with a lot of mascaras, so I'm not gonna worry too much about it. I am dying to try this Urban Decay Double Team Special Effect Colored Mascara. I actually have a few here, and I think I wanna use the gold for the lower lash line. Should we try it? I've never really used a gold mascara before, so that just seemed exciting to me. Woo, look at that. Let's see how it looks. It could make me look so creepy, I have no idea. Just going to go ahead and apply this to the lower lashes. Okay, that is a very strange look to me. Definitely a pigmented mascara, but I don't know if you can even tell it's a mascara. Do you know what I mean? So I think what I'm gonna do is actually kind of go over it a little bit toward the root with some of that black mascara from Revlon. just to see if we can kind of tone it down a little and define them a little more. I'm not sure how I feel about it. It's kind of cool. Not something I would wear every day, but I tried to add like more black mascara toward the root so that the tips were gold. That way you have like definition, but there's still that really crazy looking gold mascara at the ends. I don't know if I'm obsessed with that. I think it's a great product, like as far as pigmentation goes. I think that like maybe some of these deeper colored ones might be a little bit more of a showstopper. Like they might be more visible really. So I might have to give those a go, but we're just gonna make this work for now. Okay, let's go back into that Makeup Geek bronzer and let's see how this applies to the actual face, shall we? So I'm just gonna take a nice big fluffy brush and I'm gonna really start to work this around the hairline, under the cheekbones, along the jawline and under the chin, and taking some down the neck as well. It's blending really, really beautifully. The shade is kind of more olive toned than most of the bronzers that I have, but actually I think it looks pretty nice. So I'm just gonna take some of that same bronzer and kind of run it down the side of my nose and maybe some underneath, under the chin. Yeah, it's definitely got almost like a greenish undertone. Not in a bad way though, just more olive. That actually made my complexion look really nice, don't you think? Like it just warmed it up really beautifully and it doesn't look too fake or anything like that. I'm gonna take the translucent powder brush and buff over the nose to make sure that contour isn't too harsh. Maybe a little over the cheeks as well. So that is that. The only blush that I have is this little mini one. It's from Cargo. I actually got this in like my Allure monthly beauty box that I'm subscribed to. This is the shade Bali and it's supposed to be like a waterproof or water resistant blush. Here's the shade, really, really pretty. I've obviously swatched it, never put it on my face. So excited to try this. Let's grab this brush right here and I'm just gonna put a little bit on my brush and start to stamp it onto the cheeks. It's got a little bit of a sheen to it. I'm just gonna keep building this up until I get the intensity that I want. Since I've never used this blush, I like to work in layers just so I don't overdo it right away. It gives my cheeks like a really healthy glow. Like that's really pretty. Do you see the iridescence in this? And how pretty that looks on the cheeks? Really, really like it. Well, there we go. There's the blush. Guys, I'm actually pretty impressed with this look. I like it a lot so far. So let's see what we've got next. I know we have a highlight. Where is it? This highlighter looks so beautiful, you guys. It's from Laura Mercier. It is the Face Illuminator in the shade Devotion. Woo! I mean, look at that. Are you serious? Talk about amazing packaging, or what do you call that? Basically, the mold of the product is beautiful. So let's go ahead and see how this looks on the skin. It's kind of like a baked formula. I'm not sure how much I'm gonna need to build this up. Ooh. Actually, I went a little ham. I like that it's buildable because then you can kind of really customize how much highlight you want. Those are the kinds that I usually like, but that is beautiful. And it's that baked formula, so it really kind of just blends out into the skin and melts into the skin and just looks really, really dewy, almost like metallic. That's so cool. I'm gonna take some down the center of the nose. Cupid's bow above the brows. And you know what? I was going to use that as my inner corner highlight, but I think I'm going to pull out the Solar Flare eyeshadow palette and go back into this Beam shade right here and maybe pop that in the inner corner. Yeah, I think that's definitely nice in the inner corner. I might actually layer that Laura Mercier highlighter on the inner corner just to really make it pop. Now I'm just going to go ahead and wipe off the foundation or any other makeup that got on my lips. So for lips, I've always wanted to try this. I've had these for so long. I actually have a few shades, but I think I'm going to try this one. This is from Nabla Cosmetics. It is their Dreamy Matte Liquid Lipsticks, and this is in the shade Vanilla Queen. It's a really pretty nude. Let's see if I like this. I'm sure I'll like it, but with this eye look, I mean. Ooh, wow. Such a pretty shade. I'm pretty sure I like it with this eye look. It smells like vanilla. It's drying down right now. It's kind of emphasizing the texture of my lips a little bit, but the shade is definitely really pretty. Okay, I wanted to tell you guys or point out that my eyebrows have pretty much stayed the same since the beginning. A lot of you guys know that since I don't have too much brow going on the outer corner, that a lot of times if I do my brows like at the beginning of the tutorial and I do my makeup, like by the end of it, they're all gone. I feel like that brow vixen thing like really kept most of it on. I want to see, however, how it works if I tried to touch it up a little bit over top of makeup, see if that does anything. Definitely added a little more definition. I really like that brow thing. I can't wait to keep playing with it. I didn't have a brow gel that I hadn't tried yet, so I'm just gonna use one I've got. Let's see, we'll just go with a classic. How about this one? This is Benefit 24-Hour Brow Setter. It's great. It's a clear brow gel, so if you don't want to add any color to your brows, you just want to set whatever you've filled in. This is a great product. I'm just gonna brush this through to make sure the brow hairs stand up. Let's now step back and assess the situation. I feel like I really like everything. I might add a little bit more blush, but since it has a little bit of a luminosity on the front of the cheeks, I'm not sure how well it will show. So let's try to add a little more. I have a lot of texture on my cheeks today, you guys. So this luminous makeup look probably wasn't the best idea, but you know, I didn't actually know how all this would turn out and how it would all look on my skin. So just something to keep in mind. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and spray the face. This is not new, by the way. This is just my favorite setting method for any makeup look. This makes it last all day. I'm gonna go in with some Smashbox Photo Finish primer water, sorry. This is actually in a different scent because I'm trying to ration my favorite scent, which is the So Chill Coconut. I don't want to use it up too fast. I'm going to use the citrus one. Still smells really nice. Just go ahead and spray the face. This one has a little bit of a crazy sprayer. Was not shy today. Then we take our handy fan and we dab the peach fuzz. Then we take a more long-lasting setting spray. I actually haven't gone and grabbed my newer bottle of the Urban Decay All Nighter. All I have over here is the Urban Decay D-Slick, which is the oil controlling one, but pretend it's the All Nighter because that's my favorite. This one works though. This one smells like straight up lettuce. Same thing. We dry and pat down any droplets. Feels so good. And then for the purpose of this video, I'm just going to use that same Aesthetica powder. I normally use my Rimmel Stay Matte to do any touch-ups on the rest of the face. I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit around the nose, center of the forehead, chin, and I think that's good. All right, you guys, so this is the final look. Let's kind of go through each product and I'll give you my first impressions. The brow thing from Flower Beauty, I'm actually really impressed with. I really like how my brows look. Solar Flare palette is beautiful. All these shades are awesome. I'm definitely going to be keeping this and using it as kind of like an accent to eye looks if I have another palette that has more like matte shades. This is a great one to have for just adding a bold metallic. It's beautiful. The Revlon Color Charge Liquid Illuminator, I thought this was really pretty, but I think I might try it in a different way. I want to try it again and just kind of use it as a liquid highlighter like it says it is, but I do think it made my skin underneath look really nice. The Tarte Shape Tape Matte Foundation, honestly, I think it gave really nice coverage. It wasn't the most coverage I've ever seen. The finish right now does not look matte because of all the other products, so I'm interested to see if I can try this again and see how long it wears and all that. But I did think it was nice. It's not like my favorite foundation that I've ever discovered or ever put on my face, but I did think it was nice. Makeup Geek Bronzer, I thought it was pretty. It's not my favorite undertone on me of all time, but I did like how it was really buildable and it didn't make me look muddy and I could really build it up in the areas that I wanted to. It was really buttery and blendable, so I felt like this was a good product. Again, the shade, just for my personal nitpicky bronzer taste, is just not my most favorite, but I do think it's pretty. This Volumizing Mascara, I feel like it was really nice. I don't know if it like was my favoriteest mascara of all time, but I think it really made my top lashes look pretty. The Urban Decay Double Team Special Effect Mascara, I'm not sure if I liked the gold on me. I do think you could make really cool looks if you're trying to go for a more out there look, if you're going out for a night and you want to kind of do something different. These could be really cool. I'm wanting to try some of the more colored ones because I think that those would be more visible than the gold was on me, but you know, it adds a little something different and special. I did like that. The Laura Mercier Highlight, I thought it was really beautiful. Look how nice that melted into the skin after I set my face. I know I have texture there, so just ignore that and try to see if you squint. You know, my skin looks more clear and you can see the highlight really well. So I thought it was really beautiful though. 10 out of 10 for packaging. This is just gorgeous. Again, this is the shade Devotion. I thought that was really beautiful. The blush was nice as well. I feel like it was a lot of illuminating products and I thought this color was really pretty. I just would definitely next time remember to use it when I don't have too much texture on the front of my cheeks. Where is it? This Physicians Formula Lip Balm. I thought it was nice. A kind of dupe to the Fresh Beauty lip treatments. Kind of crazy how similar actually it is. It's like the exact same package. I'm not kidding. Oh, the lip color. I thought the lip color was nice. I don't always like these kinds of lip colors because see, you can see it's like significantly lighter than my actual lip color, and I feel like that looks weird by the end of the day. But I do like the color. I feel like it seems to settle into my lip lines right here, which I don't love, but what can you do? And I think that's everything, you guys. Oh, no. The Aesthetica powder. I'm definitely going to keep trying this. It gave a really beautiful like sheen to the skin, but my skin is completely like powdered and dried. Oh. So, I don't know. Did not remember that it was like a luminous powder, but I'm definitely going to keep playing with that. I'm glad I retried it because I thought it actually made my skin look really nice. So, now that's everything. Thank you guys so much for watching and for hanging out with me today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks for sitting here while I tried out some products that I have not yet tried. I wanted to remind you that my 200,000 giveaway ends tonight. Tuesday. So if you're seeing this on the day it's being uploaded, it ends tonight. I will link it down below. There are 200 winners. It is the biggest giveaway I've ever done. I'm not actually sure how I'm going to top it, but you never know. I'm going to have to. So if you haven't entered the 200,000 subscriber giveaway, do so before tonight. It is international, 200 winners. If you guys want to receive my very first edition of my mini e-magazine called The After Party, sign up before June 1st. So May 31st, by the end of the day, sign up so you can make sure you get that first edition if you guys want it. There's going to be a lot of fun content. So I'm really looking forward to June 1st to see your reactions and hear your feedback on the first edition. Can't wait. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Join the family. I would love to have you on board. And if you guys want to be a part of the notification squad, just click on the bell after you subscribe and you'll be notified every time I post a video. I post every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. So that is it, you guys. Thanks again for watching. Thanks for always coming back to my channel, for commenting, for liking the video, for everything that you guys do. I love you all so much and I hope you have an incredible day. I will see you all in my next video. Love you. Bye.